Welcome, everybody, to the Seattle Sports Union podcast. My name is Abraham DeWeese. I'm back again with the Soulman Brian Solack, and our favorite pro wrestling expert is with us today, Coach Mike Jones. How's it going, Coach?
Hey, it's good. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. It's a beautiful day in the Northwest.
It is indeed. It is.
Yes.
Get away from some of that 90-degree heat. I'm happy.
Yes.
Well, it's great to have you back on. You're our resident pro wrestling expert, but we got some baseball questions for you as well. So our Mariners need a little bit of talking about. So first thing I'd like to do is maybe just hit up people about an event that's coming up. What is it, August 23rd, Brian?
August 20th.
Right, and this is Rogue Wrestling Associate. No, what is it? Rogue Wrestling
Kenny Cash would get mad at us for getting it wrong.
Yes, man.
Rogue Wrestling Productions, I think it is.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And it's an indie wrestling event, so that means it's not the WWE, it's not AEW or any of those that you've heard of before. It's a little startup out of Aberdeen and Westport area and Ocean Shores. They're a lot of fun. And Coach, we know you've been a part of a lot of indie wrestling, so we got some questions for you.
All right, nice. Thank you.
First question for someone like me, Coach. I've only been to like AEW and WWE. I've never been to an independent wrestling event. What should someone like me expect when I go to this?
Well, man, they're a really exciting story. They've been around for over a year, I think, and they've grown, and they even started out with a bang. They filled up the arena first time through, and since then, I'm pretty sure they've been selling out every time. Places they've booked, and man, they're really a professional outfit too, where sign guys a big part of it, and they sign their guys to contracts. Or what I mean by that is maybe not like a year contract type thing, but each show they have a contract for each show, so that's unique too. Most companies don't have that.
Are most indie companies you get paid if people show up? Is that usually how that happens?
It varies. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And and what you're saying by contract is there is a set amount of money that's negotiated.
Yes, that's part of the contract. Yeah, that they say that here's what you're going to get, and I imagine, I don't know the details of the contract, but
I know you may not know how they operate things, but when you've been operating indie wrestling shows, you obviously got to take care of the contracts. What are the kind of things do you have to do that most people don't realize a promoter's trying to has on their shoulders?
There's a lot of things involved, sponsorships, insurance. How
does that work? How does the insurance work?
Well, it worked out well for me where I was a general contractor, so I had insurance for that. So I was able to just get my insurance through the same insurance company.
Okay.
So that helped. I didn't have to find an individual one because some places specialize in different types of insurance.
So do wrestlers have to pay their own health insurance, or do you pay for that?
They have to pay their own, yeah.
Okay. So the insurance you would have is more for insuring the what?
Excuse me, it's the event insurance, I guess it would be called.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh, in case there's gotcha.
Yeah. For the building and the whole 9 yards for the day. It's basically for the day.
And how does production, I believe you film some of your stuff. Is that just you find a buddy or you have to go get a photographer? Or
we've done it various ways. We've hired photographers. We've hired cameramen. Most of the time we do it ourselves also. Yeah, so different ways.
How does me as a fan, I mean, it's a small enclosed space with maybe 300 to 500 people. Am I going to be feeling the sweat coming off the ring from these guys, or are they going to push into us? Or, I mean, what do I expect?
Are they going to fly into us?
Yeah, are they going to fly into us? What do we expect? What should I expect?
It's pretty professional, where they probably got ring rails where they separate from the crowd, along with adequate security. I've seen a lot of places that don't even have ring rails, and they got blood flying, and they got wrestlers flying straight into the crowd because there's no ring rails there.
Oh, geez.
Which that is part of the rules of Washington State. If you're doing a licensed show, which they are, of course, that you're supposed to have ring rails and all the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
So would you say that's more a thing of the past then? It's like you said, it seems like it's more professional now.
It depends.
Depends on where you go.
it depends on who's running the show, and then a lot of times there's a difference too. There's regular shows, and then there's shows that are on Indian reservations. If you're on Indian reservations, you can do shows that are non-licensed without the state being involved. So it's basically, it can be anything goes at a lot of those shows.
Have you done?
Oh yes, yes. Those are easier to run too, because you don't have to pay for it. Like they want you to have an ambulance and EMPs on site, where normally we would have people who do self that are what do you call it?
A medic or a nurse or something.
Ps, but people who are like off duty doctors. You know what I mean? Something like
gotcha.
that. So it's not an actual EM or whatever they're called. EMT. Yeah. So and stuff like that.
Just a reminder for the folks, which indie wrestling organizations did you help promote?
We were up in Skokomish, up there in Paulsbo.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I also did one here in the Puyallup area. Yeah, also.
What are they called?
Well, it was Puyallup Indians.
No, I mean your promotion. Sorry.
New Generation Wrestling Northwest.
Thank you. We're trying to plug yours.
Yeah, that's fine. Man, it's like I've been out of it so long, and I'm getting older now. It's like I really don't have anything going with wrestling right now.
Okay.
And I'm so busy with what else I'm doing. Well, actually, to be honest, though, looks like I will be involved with the midget wrestling show that's coming to Muckleshoot.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it's Friday, September 29th. I can verify that. That's the same group that's going there up north. I think it's Anacortes or something. I seen that you liked it, Soulman. Their post on Instagram.
That's the same group. Okay.
Same group, but they're coming.
Are they like do they go around the country barnstorming?
Yes, they do. Midget Wrestling Warriors is their name.
Okay.
And let me double check the date.
Muckleshoot. Where's Muckleshoot?
It's in Auburn.
Auburn. Okay, gotcha.
That's right.
Well, that's September 26th. It looks like Friday, September 26th is the one in Muckleshoot.
What are you doing as a part of it? Are you going to be a wrestler?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be part of the show yet because the promoter and the owner, I had him on my show in Auburn, Washington, at one of the car lots there, and I paid him really well. So I'm hoping there's a chance I get to be a ring announcer or something in there.
That would be cool. Some reciprocity would be great.
So I don't know yet, though. He didn't tell me exactly yet. And then I actually haven't proposed to him like, hey, man, maybe I should be part of your show. And remind him that I don't expect you to pay me as much as I paid you.
Yeah, tell him, yeah, it's you're ready and willing and able, right?
Yes, and I definitely can get the crowd going.
When you go to these events too, are there like meet and greets with the wrestlers at these independent shows, like to where we, buy their product, their shirts or get autographs? Do you guys do that?
Each group is individually different. I would say maybe half of them do that.
Okay.
And then like even the ones that don't actually have a meet and greet might do an intermission type thing where you'll get a chance to take some pictures and meet some of the wrestlers.
Okay.
So even if there's not an official meet and greet, there's still a chance you can meet them.
Okay.
So I want to say before COVID, I saw a lot of, not a lot. I saw some 3-2-1 battle shows downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be around anymore. Has anybody replaced them? Is there any independent in like the immediate Seattle area?
There's a lot of different smaller groups that sort of came from there. There's one out of Tacoma called SOS.
Okay.
That's part of it. And then there were some other ones also.
Is Defy in Tacoma as well?
Defy, the owner, Farmer, is out of Tacoma, but they're basically based out of Seattle.
Okay. I didn't realize they were in Seattle for some reason. I thought I got to check that out then. Okay.
Yeah.
Because would you say they're the biggest one?
They're probably the biggest independent group in the Northwest, yes.
Cool. We were talking to Kenny Cash from Rogue Wrestling, and he mentioned us that a lot of the indie wrestlers, one week they'll wrestle for him and then another week for a different company. So they're not locked into anything like WWE then, it sounds like.
No, and then some companies will try to do that to the wrestlers, which most people who have any brains are like, how can you do that? You're not running all the time. And, You shouldn't try to limit your wrestlers to experience and stuff like that. You're supposed to get out and get involved in other places so you can wrestle more and learn different styles and wrestle different people, because it helps you grow.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier the sign guy involved with Rogue Wrestling. You're talking about Jason Amos, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you educate our audience a little bit about sign guy?
Man, sign guy is a great guy, man. He's basically a referee, but sometimes he'll wrestle still. And then him and I had done Turnbuckle Turmoil blog talk radio he did it for 15 years, and I was probably involved with it for half the time. And they came up with over 2,000 shows.
Wow.
And then that's where I even brought my own show, the Coach Mike Jones show that you guys were on. I was so grateful for that. But the bad thing about Blog Talk Radio, they started going south towards the end where seemed like 50% of the time there were technical difficulties. You couldn't do a show.
Oh.
And I was getting upset about it because it was making me look bad that, I book a guest and next thing you know, we can't do a show and stuff like that. So I started saying to Sign Guy, I got to quit them. I'm paying and not getting my money's worth. And I'm like, those guys are probably going out of business. So I finally decided to cancel. Within 1 month of me canceling, they went out of business.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
If I would have known what finally happened to the thing, then it went, they're going out of business, and guess what? You're going to lose all your shows. And I had 200 and something shows. Just in their clause was some stupid thing that, of course, I never read their clause for canceling. I was trying to be on there forever,
Yeah.
Well, their clause is you can only keep 30 hours of content. So
that's lame.
To be able to cancel, I had to destroy 170 shows or whatever the deal was. And finally, when it came down to it, it was just a big, huge process to cancel it.
Boy, I don't know how you can. I mean, that's your work. That's your
that
art.
was my property, exactly.
Yeah.
And then so Sign Guy ended up once they went out of business, they offered him a thing where he could transfer all of his shows. I guess they offered it to me too, but by then I was so discouraged that I think I got mine. It had to go down to 24 shows to get the 30 hours because some of them were more, And then I was so discouraged because I was like, man, I had to get rid of a few of my good shows too. And then, so I didn't transfer mine over because I found out, well, first I wanted Sign Guy to do it. He was able to transfer over all 2,000 shows. They're still on iHeartRadio and all the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to go to a different company. I can't even remember the name of it. But they don't allow you to do shows either. But they allow you to have your shows on their platform. Sign Guy has to pay $20 a month to keep the 2,000 shows on there. And even at that, I was like, I'm not going to pay to keep my shows on there either. So I ended up losing all my shows. It was a fiasco, but it was a good experience. And Sign Guy's working on something right now to try to get another show back to continue Blog Talk Radio, where I was his number one co-host. And I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's coming up soon.
Right on.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. That's frustrating. And it makes me feel good about one of the things that I do behind the scenes is I download each episode and save it to a drive so that it's good to hear if a company tries to screw me over, I've got our shows.
Yeah.
But 1,000's a lot to sit down and do.
Yes, exactly.
Oh boy. And yeah, you'd need a pretty big hard drive, I guess, to save that. But all right. Yeah. Getting back to the actual wrestling. Sorry that happened to you, but
yeah.
Do you foresee indie wrestling expanding, growing, getting more popular, or is it on the wane, or has it always been about where it is?
I think it's at a pretty good spot. I think it has gone down a little bit because it seems like it's starting to get watered down a little bit by having so many different organizations. At that level, I mean, probably about a year or two ago, it probably peaked. And I think
Okay.
it's leveling out now, I think, at least. It's still
It's
great though.
it's had ups and downs, right? Over the last 30.
Yes, it's like most things. It goes ups and downs.
I kind of feel like I've been watching some videos, and I kind of feel like when the Northwest Wrestling out of Portland crashed and burned in the 90s. That's where it seems to me like indie promos got a little popularity boost. That was Don Owens' companies.
Yes, Don Owens. Yeah, when he went out of business, yes, it sucked, and that was all because of Vince McMahon too. Buying all the talent from all the indie companies around the world and the United States, and basically they just couldn't maintain.
Okay.
But that did give the rise to what we see now of indie wrestling, though, right?
Oh yes, because back then it was promotion. What do you call it? Territories.
Territories.
Yes,
Yeah.
territories, and from there it went to independence. Yes, exactly.
But that would take a while before that got rolling, right?
The independence, yeah, it was. Yes,
When do you think it got popular?
I think right around the time like BCW was rolling on their when they were beating WWF.
Okay.
Right about then, it started to rise up.
People liked alternatives.
Yeah,
That's so funny. Wrestling's really funny because it seems to me wrestling does well when there's lots of it, and it does poorly when there was that period in the 2000s where WWE was kind of the only game in town,
but yeah,
and the product seemed terrible to me. And it kind of needs to be everywhere, and it kind of needs to be very well supported by indie wrestling.
with competition, yes, definitely.
Okay. I got to ask, what have you been up to since we talked to you last, Coach? I mean, it's been a long time. What have you been doing?
My goodness, I've been working a lot, and it takes all my time. Which
Yeah.
I got a decent job; they pay me really good, but the travel's really sucks.
I
I
know.
get up at 2:30 in the morning, and I don't get home till like 5:30 at night. I'm only
No.
working 8-hour days, but my travel home's like 3 hours a day,
Oh my God.
and so
I'm
think about it.
sorry.
It's like I don't get to do nothing hardly. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful to be working. And the company I'm working for is great. The crew I have is that I'm with is great. All the workers are great, and even the work's not too bad. So it's just like anything else. Most jobs aren't that great. You know what I mean? So it's like you might have a good job and might be close and this and that, but no, it equals out.
I think the
Yeah.
last time we saw you was at the AEW show, right?
Yes, yes, that was fun. Thank you guys so much for inviting me.
Yeah. What'd you think about? We were just talking about competition. But what'd you think about the level of competition that AEW offers right now? I was a little. I'm going to give you my own opinion. I didn't like that there's so few fans. I wanted to see way more.
Yeah, yeah. It would be nice if there was. I mean, I like it. They have sort of their own style of wrestling. It's a little more what do you call it? Freer than WWF or B exactly.
Yeah.
Where theirs seems a little more scripted and more you know, you,
Mechanical.
you can't just do anything you want compared to
Yeah.
AEW, it's a little more free.
Yeah. It does seem a little more mechanical at WWE. It's very easy to guess the outcomes
Yeah, yeah.
because they don't spring anything on you, and there's a little bit of a sameness between all the wrestlers in WWE as well.
Exactly.
Did you get to watch WrestleMania this year or any of the pay-per-views by chance? Or
I watched some of it. Yes, I enjoyed it.
what any match in particular, or just because how big it was in Vegas? And
I just love the spectacle of it.
yeah.
It does seem like they do a really good job and turn it up for that event. It does usually seem like it's their best event per year.
And now they got SummerSlam for 2 nights this year too in a couple weeks. I mean, that's kind of cool in my opinion, but crazy too.
Then they're going back to Vegas for 2 years in a row, right? For
That's right.
WrestleMania. My goodness, that says a lot also.
Yeah, very true.
Seattle ever going to get an event? I mean, we almost had Royal Rumble. Then COVID happened. We ever going to get like a major pay per view?
Well, I love that we had WrestleMania at a Safe Cove
Yeah, but
back in the
Coach,
day.
that was 20 years ago.
I know, but we did have one. Yeah, I'd love to have another one there. I would imagine they were going to do it one day because I'm sure they knew. You can tell that we have something different here with the fan base and the fan support. So I'm hoping they come back.
Right on.
I feel like WWE sold its soul, and it's I think Vegas is going to be a constant.
It
attraction.
does seem like it might, yes.
Saudi Arabia is going to be constant. I just feel like Seattle's been put back down there.
I think that's a good analogy. Yes, they've sold their soul, and they might have long time ago too. Especially back when Vince was still there.
Did you guys see where they changed the severance packages for WWE?
No.
Now all the wrestlers are really angry. Yeah, so it used to be, I don't have the details, but it used to be like a really good severance package. If they lay you off, you at least leave the company with some money, based off of your tenure. Now it's less than half that size. So
that's bullshit. Pardon my
well,
language.
I mean, it's what companies do.
And they're seems to be making more money than ever too,
Yeah.
Netflix alone. Jeez,
yeah.
That was awful. Their introduction on Netflix, I don't know if you guys watched it. No. It was just basically one long commercial. I'm like, is there any actual wrestling that's going to happen in here?
Yeah.
That was when they booed Hulk Hogan off the stage.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, jeez.
All right, let's switch over to a little baseball if we could, because I know, Coach, you have a lot of opinions on this.
I love me some baseball. Yes,
you do.
We have a friend, Matt Page, and Matt Page has a wrong opinion, in my humble. Anyway, he hates the All-Star game. He says it's a waste of time. Nobody should watch it. I loved it. I love that, and I like the home run contest. Where do you stand, Coach?
I love it too, man. Give me all the baseball I can get, Everything was good about it, the Futures game, the home run derby. I mean, the way they had the home run derby, they need to work on the structure of that.
Yeah.
I'm glad, man, I could not believe I'm listening to it on the radio because I don't have ESPN. They say that, Cal just did his deal. And of course, I'm basically listening for Cal, and then I can still hear in the back of my head him saying at 8 years old, he's going to be the home run king, And so on the radio, they said, Cal Raleigh has just been eliminated. It says eliminated up on the board.
What?
So then I just turned it off. And then I couldn't believe I seen Soulman and other people posting he's the home run champ. I was like, what?
Well, the radio got it wrong.
Yes, they did.
Didn't hit me at first that maybe they're just putting that on there because of him saying that and he's in it,
Yeah.
I wonder if it was when Brent Rooker tied.
Yeah, and then he won by an inch or something. Cal wins by an inch.
Maybe the radio crew got it wrong or something.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, well, just my luck. Missed it. But,
that's one thing about the home run contest they need to fix is if it's a tie, just take another swing.
Exactly. Give them 3 more out, something. One more out. Yeah.
All-Star game was fun to watch too. And the ending, the home run, those 3 guys against each other. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Abraham, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I loved that a lot. I had a lot of fun with that. I was just thinking, though, if I could go back to Cal Raleigh for 1 second, get Coach's opinion on this. Does that put him in a different stratosphere? And is that how baseball should work?
I think so, man. He's the role model for cool. He's amazing. He's humble. He's worked hard. I mean, I wouldn't seen him down here in Tacoma when he got sent down because he was batting .089.
That's right. I forgot about that.
They sent him down to Tacoma. And when I went to that game, it was him and Dylan Moore were there, and Kelnick were all there. And I'm looking at Cal when he's on deck. I didn't know what to think. I'm like, is this guy the next Miguel Olivo? Who's batting 140 and still playing every day? But I was wrong because that definitely fixed him because he never looked back after that. And so he worked so hard to get to where he's at and then to continue to be so humble and then even to accept the contract. They lowballed him on the contract. He was worth more than $17 million a year. You know,
Well, I mean, he did it to himself too. I mean,
and then didn't he
he chose that contract.
He did. I'm just saying though, that
He's
was
worth more.
fan friendly. You know,
Yeah.
so that was another great thing about him. You know. So
Well, now he's got a new deal with Honey Bucket, so maybe they'll pay him wisely.
I'll tell you what,
Is that true?
It is true.
Just won $1 million for the home run derby, also.
Yeah.
But should his popularity be predicated on that home run derby? It seems like it's hard to get any fame in Seattle unless you're, unless you're winning a contest like that.
Yeah, but I think it did help him get when he had 38 home runs before the All-Star break. That's number 2 on the list.
It just seems like
to Barry Bonds.
I agree, but just I feel like he won the Platinum Glove. He should be famous because he's a great catcher.
Exactly. Yes, that's true.
I think that's where I was going with this.
Okay. Yeah.
So moving on, season basically second half started last night. I mean, what are your thoughts? Are the Mariners going to make the playoffs, Coach, or what are we going to?
Now, man, it just brings me back to last year when you had me on. We had a lead going. It looked so obvious we were going to make the playoffs. And when you asked me that last year, I was sort of shocked. I was like, huh? What? You don't think they're going to make it? And I was like, of course they're going to make it. And they didn't. But this year, it does seem like we're going to make it. I'm thinking we might even win the division if we can. We're sort of on a roll from before the All-Star game and even yesterday. Hopefully today it continues. And we can even afford to lose on tomorrow with going against Valdez, which, we haven't had much success against him. But, and then I liked how Julio went out into the All-Star break also. And then he's, usually hot in the second half.
Yes, he is.
Right. And then, of course, he can't seem to play in the cold the first few months. But so, yes, I think we're going to make it, and I think we're going to go far. And that's even with the current roster. And I'm sure hoping we pick up at least one, hopefully 2 more additions to really solidify our strength.
Who would you want?
My goodness.
If not by name, but by position.
Well, I think we need another infielder, which, it's nice they got Williamson and Young. So I'm thinking those 2 could still stay, as one of them could be a backup. And then so hopefully a third baseman. I'd love to see Gino back. Even Ryan McMahon from the Rockies wouldn't be too bad. I'd love to see Ryan O'Hearn here also from the Orioles.
First baseman, yes.
Yes.
So Williamson and Cole Young, did you get a chance to catch them at Tacoma?
I know I didn't, but man, I've been following them and I'm really excited about them.
Soulman, is there anybody Coach Mike should be catching at Tacoma right now?
In Tacoma, you got Victor Labrada, my boy. He got promoted, and he's still kicking some ass down there. We got I'm so bad at remembering these names.
Harry Ford, of course.
Cade Marlowe played last night. He's on a rehab assignment. He played in Everett last night. He'll be back with Tacoma. I know he's a 4th or 5th outfielder, but he's valuable to Mariners lose as an outfielder. I mean,
yes.
And Coach, you said catch Harry Ford before he gets traded.
Yeah, you're right. He could be getting traded. Yes,
he's going to be traded. There's no way we can't bring him up unless Cal Raleigh were to go down, because we can't afford to sit Harry Ford
or Garver. If Garver goes down.
True.
Yeah.
That's about it, though, Abe. Otherwise, they just got a bunch of mid-level players, but
all the best players are in Everett right now, right?
Everett and Arkansas, yep.
Yeah.
Who should Coach see when they get promoted to AAA?
I would go with obviously Laz Montez.
Yes.
He just got promoted to Arkansas, and he's hitting every game that he's been out in there for 16 games. You got Michael Arroyo, who got promoted to Arkansas from Everett. He's hitting every game since his promotion. Those guys are going to get called up fast.
So next year, they're
most likely next year. Then Colt Emerson, he'll probably stay in Everett this year, but he's going to get promoted. The Mariners draft picks this year, their top 3. One of them, probably the pitcher, will be in Tacoma next year to start off. It won't surprise me. Oh, there's a lot of freaking talent, man.
I wish that stadium were closer to where I live, because I really like Cheney Stadium.
It's fun, yes.
Definitely.
What's your level of confidence, Coach, that the Mariners will make a trade that is good?
I'm hoping so much. It really.
That's hope. What's your
I
confidence?
know, but
Though?
check it out. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure I'm with you, Abe, that you were disappointed in the offseason moves, along with
Very,
same with
very
me.
disappointed.
So
Yes.
that does affect your confidence a little, I would imagine. You know, the one thing you can think back on, they got Randy last year. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But they need to do the same type of move this year, get somebody to his caliber, if not two people.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's awful because what we were saying in the offseason was they need a pitcher in the bullpen. They need a backup catcher. That's not Mitch Garver. They need a first baseman, a DH, and another outfielder.
Yeah.
And yeah, potentially another infield. It's like the same holes that didn't get fixed in the offseason.
Exactly.
And I agree with you. I think there's two spots, but I think one of the spots is like you said, infield. I'd like to see some movement there, and bullpen arm. I mean, it's madness that we don't have more than one lefty in the bullpen.
Yes, I was just going to say that they need more lefties altogether. Really nice that they drafted one of the lefty. You know, the top draft pick basically got him number 3. Yeah, so that was nice to see. That was encouraging.
I have a question. Don't you think we should have a little faith in ownership? I know it's hard, but look at the year Cal Raleigh's having. We can't blow it by not making a decent deadline acquisition to try to put us over the top.
Exactly.
But you're wrong. We can blow it. We did it last year.
Yes.
I know, but I don't want Matthew Page's negativity. I want some positivity. We got to have something there.
My faith in billionaires is quite low, Soulman. My faith would be that, remember, Cal Raleigh called out this team 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And my faith is in him that, you know, to heck with the ownership and the front office. They're gonna, you know, like the movie Major League, you know, they're gonna win this for themselves and the fans.
Yes, we've been waiting 50 years now. It looks like.
Yes.
No. Well, I hope they make a big deadline move. I have faith, so we'll see what happens.
It's so funny. I don't even care if it's like, I know everybody wants Eugenio Suarez, but Coach, you listed off other names. Like, yes, give me one of those guys.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be just, you know, one person. It's like, shore that up, get lefties in the bullpen.
Yes.
And don't worry about, you know, don't worry about 3 years down the line. DePoto's got to realize at some point his job's on the line.
Yes.
Like, I know he's been given 10 years, but which is ridiculous, but
geez, yeah. Which I've heard rumors that this is the year make or break for him, you know, even though they're always talking about he's handcuffed. Come on, Jerry, you got to show us something. You got to make extra effort, or you do deserve to be out of here.
Yeah, I mean, he has it in him to make a good trade. He did it last year, right?
Yeah.
But he is so cautious and doesn't swing for the fences as for the most part. And that's what's needed right now is we need a big swings from front office.
Definitely.
But is that the ownership holding him back though?
Ownership is what it is. You gotta do something with the constraints you have. Tampa is constantly in the playoffs. And they have half the payroll we do. So there's somebody smart over there that's winning to spite ownership in Tampa. So that's what we need here.
With that said, we need a turnaround from Gilbert, and we need Bryce Miller back healthy. I mean,
yes,
that's two things that are affecting us right now as well.
It is, but when you get to the playoffs, I mean, you only need 3 pitchers.
I get you, but we don't have anybody after our top 4 pitchers, in my opinion.
Most of the major leagues doesn't.
Well, I'm just saying there's nothing in the minors to come up. Emerson Hancock has ups and downs. And
yeah.
If we lose somebody else, I don't know. That kind of scares me.
I don't know. I disagree because I can't think of any team that has 5 starters.
We'll see what happens.
We just got to – Arizona proved this a couple of years ago, right? You just got to get in.
Yeah.
If you have 2 pitchers like they did, then you can make a run.
Yep.
We have 4. I mean, it's –
And then we got Randy who loves the postseason.
That's true.
Arozarena? Yeah.
He's got the record for postseason ops, I think it is. Yeah.
You know, I was complaining about this a little bit earlier, Coach. people from Seattle teams don't get recognition. Maybe part of that too is Mariners are never in the playoffs. It's hard to get on national TV.
Exactly.
When you can't, it's hard to promote when you can't. It's what I think Felix Hernandez has been considered borderline Hall of Fame. In my opinion, he's Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
But I don't think he's ever been on like national TV.
Commercials, yeah. I don't remember seeing him on any commercials, exactly.
No. I want to talk about Ichiro. What are your thoughts on Ichiro going to the Hall of Fame, Coach?
Man, I really love that. I'm excited about that. It sort of seems like a debacle of having him and Randy number 51 and putting Randy in second, even though I think Randy agreed to that.
He did, yeah.
That it should have been where they went in together. Randy already went in, but he didn't go in as a Mariner. But at least they're retiring Randy's number next year.
That's true.
Good.
Yeah.
Though, I don't think Randy has a very good opinion of ownership, though.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear him go off on ownership on the Root broadcast?
Oh, yes, definitely.
That was, some people said it was uncomfortable. I thought it was hilarious.
It was right,
He didn't say anything wrong, yeah. But I wonder if, part of the reason why he went in as a Diamondback, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I wonder if part of that is just he does not like the Mariners' ownership.
Well, maybe, but he also won 4, whatever he called, best pitchers in baseball.
Cy Young.
Yeah, Cy Young's with Arizona and the World Series titles. So
yeah, that's a
lot more accomplishment.
Yes,
it is, but I feel like I guess you can't do half and half, can you? Okay. I guess who was the guy that tried to sell his Hall of Fame to the highest bidder? Like, he said he'd go in. I think he ended up going in as a Padre because they gave him money.
Can't remember, no.
I can't remember.
Was it Dave Winfield?
I don't know.
Anyway, I thought that was hilarious. Coach, when you first saw Ichiro 2001, did he have Hall of Fame written all over him, or was that?
I think he did. With the 262 hits the first year, and
I mean, the first couple games you watched him, the old coach intuition. What did it say?
I loved him from day one. I mean, just his style, his hustle, his talent, everything about him, all the way through, basically.
Why is that style not being replicated in baseball?
Goodness, I don't know exactly.
Soulman, do you have any idea?
That's a good question. Not off the top of my head. No, it's a great question.
All I can think of is home runs make bigger contracts than hits.
Yeah.
Guys like Stephen Kwan and Luis Arraez, the guy in San Diego right now.
Arise. Luis
Arraez. That's it. Yeah, Arraez. Yeah, okay. I would think, like, if you want to be in baseball, be one of those guys. Because they'll always have a job.
Yeah, they don't strike out half the time either. Yeah.
Which might be a knock against Cal in the MVP voting.
He does strike out a lot, yes.
But again, if you're going to get A+ defense and be the home run king, you'll take it, right?
And he's clutch as hell.
He is clutch, very much.
Coach, a lot of people knocking Julio Rodriguez. Is it justified, or are people not seeing something?
I think it's partly justified, especially for him always having slow starts, which my opinion is he can't play in the cold, because otherwise I don't see why it hasn't changed. But now it's heating up, and I'm hoping it continues the same success of being hotter, or at least better than average the second half. But, I really like him for tons of different reasons. He's got a great attitude. He doesn't seem to let it affect him. And even during his bad months, his attitude seems sort of the same, which I like that,
Yeah.
He's not a Debbie Downer on that,
No.
How about you, Soulman?
He was like that in minor league baseball, too. I see him catching fire, like Coach was saying, that he's a second-half player. There's a great article on MLB.com, actually, today. They were talking to Rodriguez, and he's refreshed, and he feels like he made the right decision to take the All-Star game off, and he's been working in the cage with Kevin Seitzer, our batting coach, he's doing like the same routine as Cal Raleigh has been doing, and expect great things from him. I mean, like, he's always been positive too. But we go back to the Everett days. The guy who's always had a smile on his face.
I wonder if there's an expectation thing going on here, and maybe fans just need to realize what he is.
Yeah.
Slow starter.
Yeah.
Catches fire. And if I hate using the sabermetric stats like WAR or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, he's above average.
Yes.
Even with a slow start. Like,
yeah.
What do you want really? Like, you can easily get a lot of people that are worse than him.
Yes.
There's not a lot better when you look at the numbers. And it's just, I think people are looking for 50 home runs from him. Maybe that's not what he is. Maybe he's a 25 home run guy.
Exactly, yeah.
Which isn't terrible when you play A+ defense.
Yes, his defense is amazing, yes.
And they're saying Victor Robles is going to be back before we know it, too. I think that's going to be a huge addition to the outfield. Yes. That's when,
that would be nice.
Even if we don't make a trade, that'll be nice to get him back here sometime in August. I was just reading that last couple of days.
Yeah.
I get a little nervous because would he be back at 100%?
I know.
Yeah.
It's a throw of the dice, I think.
Yeah.
Since he's, very true. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I'm excited for him to come back anyway.
And I kind of want a bigger picture thing here, guys. Have the Mariners been rushing pitchers back too quickly?
It seemed like it, yes.
Because we're talking about the problems with Kirby and Bryce. And
yeah.
I just wonder, like, were they put on a fast track and not given the appropriate amount of time to recoup?
Well, yeah, remember, they didn't even put Bryce in the IL or send him down or nothing. They just like, let's give him a week off. You'll be okay. Mm-hmm. He wasn't, Jeez.
Yeah.
Now he's out longer period of time.
Yeah.
At least Kirby came back. He had a couple bad starts. I felt like they rushed him, but then he started showing the old Kirby. But Gilbert, still, though, I haven't seen the Logan Gilbert from last year. He's been very inconsistent, in my opinion.
Yeah, look, and that, in my opinion, that's the problem, because I think of all of, I might have a different opinion. You guys feel free to challenge me on this. I think Logan Gilbert's the best of the bunch. And in a playoff, like, I would make him the ace, but not based off of what I've seen this year.
I mean, that was really nice to see that he's pitching a no-hitter and then comes out of the game. That's the Logan Gilbert I want to see, you know what I mean? And then it was disappointing that he's starting to come back, though, it seems like. But I think Brian Woo's really doing great.
Very great. Did you guys see the story about Brian Woo, his last start in New York? He threw a no-hitter into the 8th inning.
Yeah.
We find out later his grandpa, he knew his grandpa was going to die that night, and his grandpa passed away shortly after.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. Very sad.
Yes.
Very sad. But I am happy for the kid, and otherwise, Woo is doing a great job.
I believe last year you're saying Woo was the best trade prospect? Because either you or Matt. Either you or Matt.
Matt.
Well, I think we're kind of glad that he didn't get traded at this point.
Yeah.
Guys, we're getting towards the end here, but it's been great to have you on the show here, Coach. And
thank you, guys.
And we're going to try to hunt down Sign Guy at the Soulman. Do you have pictures so we know what he looks like?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. We want to meet up with him and I wish him well. If you get a burr in your saddle and want to come to the show, let us know, Coach.
Okay.
I'd like to see you as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's Aberdeen. It's not too far from you. It's more far for us. So
yes, definitely farther for you guys. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Excellent. We always like to end the show with shout-outs. Do you want to get us started, Brian?
Yeah, this is a weird shout-out, but I work in the towing business, and I just want to give a shout-out. A couple of days ago, a lady died on I-5 in Linwood. She had a medical emergency, and long story short, they couldn't revive her, and we ended up getting her car. And I come into work yesterday to find out about this, and then the family came in, and it was just really, really sad for their loss. I mean, your mom, it's their mom, and she goes to work, and she all of a sudden dies on the spot. So what I guess I'm trying to say is thoughts and prayers to them, and just tell everybody, hug your loved ones. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Right on. I'm going to give a shout out to Coach, of course, and pretty much anybody who has put on independent wrestling shows like Kenny Cash and you, Coach, and all the others, because I think it's the heartbeat of wrestling, similar to how minor leagues in baseball are the heartbeat. And there's so many people doing their best to put on these shows, so many people doing daring stunts to a small handful, smattering of fans that really, really appreciate it. So big shout out to anybody who's participated in those scenes, because it does help people make their dreams come true. And as well, it it helps out other people who can achieve greatness.
Definitely. Yes, I want to thank you guys and a shout out to Seattle Sports Union and wish you guys continued success. And for all you guys do, for all the interviews you guys have and all the content and all your guests. And then another towing company, my brother has Big Boys Towing down here in the Tacoma area. Those guys do a lot of hard work, and it's not as easy as it seems. And they see a lot of crazy stuff, just like you're mentioning, with some smashed up cars and stuff like that, which, yeah, so shout out to those guys and just thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Coach Mike Jones, for being with us here today. And on behalf of the Soulman Brian Solack, myself, Abraham DeWeese, we'll see you guys next time.